Good evening, everybody. How's it going? This is Scott Lindstrom, and you're hanging with the Dream Team tonight. And it is Freedom Fridays. I'm so excited to be here because we have tonight a really, really great marketer on tonight. And, I just got to give a really good introduction for this gentleman. This gentleman was born and raised in Birmingham, Alabama. Now, he knew he was determined for more than just the average Joe out there because he was in college. He got a taste of this entrepreneurial bug and within the MLM industry, network marketing industry. So in 2006, he got his first breakthrough, and 4 months after that, he fired his boss. Now, 4 years later after that, he became a six-figure earner. He's a giver, and he's a producer of multiple six-figure earners. Now, today, he's a master marketer, top affiliate, and he impacts thousands around the world with his training and leadership. So his mission is to teach and inspire others. So with that, I just want to give a warm introduction to Mr. Reginald Stinson. Thank you so much, sir, for coming on tonight. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. And can I have that introduction? That was a pretty good bio, man. I can't even say it like that.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna ask him what his story is. Like Scott just gave a great overview of it.
Yeah, man, you got that down pat.
We were ready for you, Reginald. We were ready. We were ready for this interview for sure.
Well, it's definitely an honor to be here. Definitely appreciate you having me.
I just gotta ask, Reginald. Where do you live right now?
I live in just outside of Nashville, Tennessee, in a town called Smyrna.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if you're familiar with that area, but most people are not, so I just say Nashville. But it's a small town outside of the city. It's a little city-fied in a little country. I like country and yard, and I like to see cows and horses and water. I love all that stuff. So this is where we live at because it's quiet out here.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, Reginald, I think everybody would love to learn a little bit more about you. I know I have a ton of questions. I'm a student of the industry, and I love this stuff, and I'm gonna grill you, I promise. But I'd love for people who don't know you to get to know more about you. What is the story from your point of view? Like, where did you come from? Like, all that stuff.
Okay. Well, first, for the people that are wondering what's going on behind me, I'm actually on the floor in my house because the kids pretty much took over the rest of the house. So I was going to attempt to do it in the room, but it just didn't work out lighting-wise. So definitely, how it all started for me, pretty much, I grew up in the inner city in Birmingham, Alabama. My mom was a single mom. So I watched her pretty much struggle to raise, my brother and I. But even growing up, my mom instilled certain principles of independence in me growing up, and that kind of carried on when my brother and I became adults, obviously. And during that phase of adulthood, we were broke. Me and my wife, we got married. She was, I think, graduating, something like that, or about to graduate. Actually, yes, she was about to graduate. She was 18, I was 20. I'm in college, she just getting out of high school, and a lot of people were saying, hey, they're not going to make it or whatever. That's a whole nother story, But we got married young, and then I was like, well, I'm married now, so I need to start thinking about retirement. So it originally started with me looking for a sales position, and I ended up getting tricked into going into a network marketing meeting, which is a popular company that we know about, a financial services company. But I didn't like the company, but I loved the potential and I loved the concept of network marketing. And what really got me to make me see the potential was they were passing around checks in the room. Like, these guys passing around $30,000 checks. I'm like, man, that's more than what I'm making a year. So didn't join that program, fell in love with the concept of network marketing, ended up joining my first company for $1. They actually running a promotion. Ended up the following month having to pawn things to stay active in the business because I saw the opportunity even though I didn't have the money. So it was a lot of things I had to sacrifice to stay in the industry, and through that sacrifice that I made, I was able to fire my boss within 4 months' time. And then, like Scott said, had my first six-figure year, 2012, 13. And then from there we went on to make like 800,000. And last year we actually grossed over 1 point something million in the industry. So it's definitely been a process, but I really have to give credit to my mom really for instilling that principles of independence, because there was times when we didn't have anything to eat and my wife was like, hey, maybe we should call a family member for money. I'm like, no, if we can't get it, we're not going to have it, right? That's always been my mindset. If I can't get it myself, I'm not going to go to anybody else and ask them for anything, because some people hold stuff over your head or whatever, and I just feel like if you really want anything bad enough, you can work for it and be able to obtain it. Hey, we live in America, right? You can do anything you want. So the industry definitely as a whole has changed my life, and I'm just excited to really be a part of it and be here. Hopefully that answers your question.
It really does. Honestly, I really love that story. I mean, myself, I was a single kid too. My mom raised 4 children all by herself, and she's one of the hardest working women I've ever met in my entire life, and just made it all work. So I totally appreciate where you're coming from. Absolutely. So thanks for sharing.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Reginald, I'm kind of curious. Scott also said that you've helped create many 6-figure earners in the time that you've been in network marketing and in your business. And actually, this is kind of a personal question, but like, what would you say is like your most impactful story? Like, because you've come from, like, I've read your bio, that because you're My Lead System Pro Member of the Month. So congratulations on that. That is freaking awesome. It's a huge honor. And I'm just curious, like, who sticks out in your mind as being one of those stories that impacted you and you impacted them and you really helped them change their lives? Like, I just want to hear one of those stories, because I know you've been around the industry for so long, and I love those kinds of stories.
I mean, we have a lot. I mean, you're talking about from someone I've actually impacted.
Like worked with, like maybe somebody that you met and like, man, you need a lot of work, and maybe that person was like, but I'm willing, and they're willing and active, and they're willing to step up and do the work and just change. Like, who sticks out in your mind as being that person? Like, and what was their story like?
Okay, well, I will say this. One couple, they don't want me to mention their name, but I talk about them all the time. They were actually baby boomers. Not were, they are baby boomers, right? And they struggled tremendously in the industry for a long time, and by them partnering with us, they did over 2 million in sales in our company, and that was very impactful, because I've done a lot of things over the course of the years, and that was really the success story that really stood out, because you don't really see, at least I don't, a whole lot of baby boomers doing anything significant in the industry like that. So that was impactful. Also, one of my partners in mentees or students, if you really want to call it, Keisha Bass, she's actually an MLSP member as well. We connected in 2013, and I just remember when I met her, I knew she always had that, but I don't know if she really knew she had it at the time, and I just kind of remember how we connected and how it was so much resistance there at first. She was like, no, I'm not doing this. Like, we'll fight literally for hours, and then she'll do it, but she'll resist at first. And to really watch her go from, she had a 6-figure job in corporate America, like she said, but then she was at home, not really doing anything significant at the time, partnered up, then to go on and to make multiple 6 figures, because, hey, it's either you make money or you have to go back to get a job, right? So to watch her transform to who she is now, I have to say that's one of the greatest success stories, because not only is she making money in business, but she's living the dream, right, and doing a lot of things inside of the MLSP community, in her own communities that she's created. So definitely proud to really play the part in the success that she had.
Absolutely. I love Keisha. Her wake-up calls are very powerful. She has so much energy. Like, I
Yeah.
can't imagine to me that there was ever a time that that lady didn't have any spunk, you know?
Yes, she had it. She had it, you know, but it was just, you know, sometimes you just need that extra nudge and direction. And she always had it, you know. It's just that she really just needed that push. And like I said, at first it was a whole lot of resistance, and we laugh about it now, but it was like, okay. And I'm like, come on, Keisha, you got to do it. This is what's gonna happen. And you know, through that, you know, I just watched her really become like a superstar. I've always seen it in her, but to watch it all happen, you know, it's just amazing feeling, and to really see that, and to really see, you know, how many people she's helping now, and by the person she has become, you know, and she's not done yet. So there you have it.
Yeah, yeah. She's doing some awesome things going forward. I mean, I look forward to her trainings and her coachings, and yeah, just some of the stuff she says on the wake-up calls. Like, yeah, if you guys don't know, My Lead System Pro has like a daily wake-up call. It's a motivational morning call that, you know, it's totally free. Anybody can get on there and go and check it out. And it just, some of the most powerful things come off of that call. Like, you just would not believe it. And Keisha is one of the coaches that comes out and teaches, and she just shares some great stuff on that call.
Yeah, she does. She's a great person.
So, Reginald, why, you know, you've got a huge resume. You have a huge resume. Like, I mean, I went and checked you out, went and sniffed you, like, figured it all out. And like, why did you choose to partner with MLSP? And I know this is probably one of those questions, but you know, I'm really just curious. I know it's one of those kind of tongue-in-cheek questions, but still.
All right. Well, actually, I joined MLSP in 2009 initially. So I was around when it first started. Now, when I first saw it, I was like, and I just kept seeing this guy pop up with the camera. His face was like this, literally, like cut off, and but he was killing it. I'm like, man, what is this guy doing, right? So then I found out it was MLSP, and I'm like, you know, I'm out here literally, you know, trying to figure out how to build a business. I was willing to do whatever it takes, but I'm passing out flyers around town or what have you, doing things only that way. And I was doing a little bit of pay-per-click for free multiple times, which that's a whole nother story, right? So I was like, I have to figure out a way to build a business so that I can reach a multitude of people faster, as opposed to me going around town, you know, in the hot sun, you know, putting stuff in people's mailbox, which I think was illegal, or, you know, so that type of stuff. So I got into MLSP in 2009 initially. I didn't promote it at then. I just got in for the training mainly. And through those principles that I learned, and I started applying what I learned back then, it really transformed my life. I never promoted it heavily as an affiliate, but I've always, you know, applied attraction marketing and everything that those guys taught and what they stand by into every business I've been in since then. So fast forwarding to now, Keisha, she actually got in it, I think last year, so I don't remember when she got in. And I seen her doing pretty well at it. I didn't really look at it too thoroughly until I saw her in it, and I saw some of the new things that they added, such as the blogging platform, the CRM, the lead capture page stuff. And with the direction that I'm going now as a person and as an entrepreneur, I'm like, this fits perfectly into my plan, because I do group coaching sessions. So this is a perfect tool to really implement or integrate what I'm doing, because literally you're getting everything that you need as a marketer. You know, you're getting the tools, which you do need those tools if you plan to market your business online. You don't have to worry about going and trying to set up WordPress or going and pay $2,000-$3,000 for Infusionsoft. Well, don't knock against those companies, but you know, I've paid a lot of money for that. You know, you don't have to try to figure out all that stuff. They made it so simple and so value packed that anybody can come in right away and get it. And this is the really, I guess, the pioneer in the industry for internet marketing training, really, because everything started here. A lot of the leaders you see in the industry have come from here, right? So, you know, it just made sense at the time for me to do it, and that's when I signed back up and started promoting it a few months ago.
That's awesome. That makes so much sense. There's just so much that can be gained and learned. Like, and the community is amazing. I love the community here. Everybody is so positive and helpful and willing to, if anybody ever needs help, you can just reach out to the group and someone will answer your questions. And if not, coming real soon, as you know, like the coaching program is about to launch here with Live the Dream 7, which I'm super excited about. So yeah, I love it. It's the place to be for sure.
Absolutely.
Scott, did you have any thoughts on that, bud?
I was just real curious. I know we all start out marketing online and we find kind of like what we really are good at. What marketing methods did resonate with you, and what do you currently market with what platforms?
Facebook and YouTube primarily now. It initially started with Craigslist because I didn't have a lot of money to invest at the time in marketing, so a lot of people was over there. And I mastered Craigslist, and I'm like, hey, I've gotten so good at it, sign up a lot of people that, hey, I'm going to start marketing on it and allow my team members to do it because I don't want them competing with me, right? So I kind of fell back off of that a little bit, but primarily I've gotten great at video marketing and social media marketing. It didn't start there, because, when I got into internet marketing, I was an introvert, but I'm like, I'm too broke to stay introvert. So either I got to, learn this stuff or we're going to stay broke. And I know that's the thing that really holds a lot of people back. They're like, well, I'm an introvert, I'm camera shy, I'm this and that. But I'm like, your why have to be bigger than your excuses. So either I'm going to continue to make excuses and talk about how bad the video sucks or how bad I suck on video, or I'm going to chalk it up and just make it happen. My first video for MLSP was probably the worst video I ever done, and it's still on the internet. But you guys cannot find it, so don't try to Google it. But I know where it is. It's out there. It was literally the worst video I've ever done. But I did it anyway to get that behind me. Because the more you do videos, the more comfortable you get with the process. Obviously I mastered it. And obviously it turned into me sponsoring thousands between the two platforms, YouTube and Facebook. So those are the ones I focus on primarily now.
That's awesome. I wanted to also ask, can you just give a real synopsis of how your day basically goes? You're kind of like your DMO for what you do right now. So somebody can actually see what kind of like a glimpse or a picture of what it's like to actually be a marketer in your shoes.
Yeah, well, my daily method of operation is simple. Each and every day. Well, first you have to identify who your avatar is. You have to know who you're talking to when you're marketing. So my target market is primarily newbies in the industry. So I like to focus my market around that, people that are new getting into the industry, because new people are the people that need the most help. So whenever I'm marketing to them on social media, I'm speaking to them. So what I simply do every single day is, I make different posts on Facebook to speak to people's pain, to speak to their situation. And once you identify your target market or your avatar who you're talking to, it's going to be very easy to connect with the person, with where they are and what they're going through. It's going to be very easy for you to speak to their pain because you're not all over the place with your marketing trying to talk to everybody. You're talking specifically to one person. So I do peak interest posts on Facebook. I also like to provide social proof, not only from myself, but also team members. Also, I use attention-grabbing images as well to captivate and grasp people's attention. I do live feeds on Facebook as well, so that they can also hear the live Reginald, because people love to listen to you. Kind of like a reality show. On Facebook, you have your own reality show. People love to hear you talk. And with all of that, I also have a call to action as well behind the video. And then on YouTube, same thing. I may repurpose the same content. I do a video about everything, about my company, about whatever I'm promoting, about people, my avatar, about what they're going through, the struggles, the pains, whatever. Talk to them and present whatever I'm promoting on the back end as a solution to that.
That's awesome. Do you actually do you blog also?
It's kind of hard to, I guess, maybe grasp it if you're not actually seeing it. So I don't know if you wanted me to do a screen share or not, but.
You're more than welcome to do anything you want. It's totally cool.
Oh, okay. Well, let me. Okay.
I'm kind of curious.
Oh. Well, let me see if I can find something. You all can continue to talk though.
Awesome. So, yeah, I kind of want people to get an idea of what exactly like an attention grabbing like image would look like. So, I mean, if you got something that you posted that's like creating a ton of curiosity and not so much really selling, I mean, that would be awesome.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna make up something new if you don't mind. Let's just do that. That'll be easier versus me trying to scroll and find stuff. All right, so let's see here. Can you all see my screen?
Yep.
All right, cool. So here's what I would do. It's really simple. Marketing is psychology, and at least to me, this is just how I determine what to do, because it's all psychology. A lot of it is mental, and you got to know that people are watching you. You're competing against a whole lot of people on social media, so you have to do something to stand out from the crowd that will really set you apart from everybody else. And unfortunately, if you're not inside of MLSP, right, most people, especially most people that don't have what we have in regards to the training and education, they're doing things 100% the wrong way. You know, they're doing things the wrong way. They're just posting without purpose. Okay, so whenever I post something, there's always a point, there's always a purpose, and I'm always talking to someone. And my message is so clear that some people think I'm talking about them, but in reality, I'm not, because I don't even know these people, right? But I've gotten so good at this because a lot of situations I've been through personally as a marketer or even as a human being that I know how to speak to my avatar. So here's what I would do, okay? So first of all, we're just going to promote MLSP in this example, but this can work for any company. I don't know, you know, who's all on here, what type of company you're in. If you're in the health and wellness, obviously you or whatever service-based company, you know, you would grab something that will be specific to whatever niche you're in. So in this example, we're just going to promote MLSP, okay? So if I'm promoting MLSP, MLSP is an internet marketing education platform that shows entrepreneurs how to become a better entrepreneur, etc. Right? So what I would do, knowing that most people that sign up in their network marketing company, they don't know, they don't have a clue what to do. They're frustrated. So I would type frustrated. Oh, not right there. Frustrated. I spelled that wrong. Man, for example. I would type frustrated man. Okay? So, or frustrated woman, whichever one you're comfortable with. And I will just find a royalty-free image that doesn't have logos and watermarks all over it. And let's see here, what's the best one? This one is pretty good. This guy's about to punch the computer, right? So
for sure.
All right, so I'm just gonna grab this image here. All right, and let's hide this. Okay, and then I will jump back over here to Facebook, and then I'm just gonna put this image here. And let's type in frustrated. There we go. All right, so frustrated man, boom. So when people see it on their timeline, that's gonna grab their attention, right? So then I will put something to the effect, tired, knowing where your next lead is going to come from. And I'm making this up on the fly, guys, so.
It's like, this could take a minute to get this copy down here.
Yeah, so it may not be the best copywriting, okay? All right, so, but tired of not knowing where your next lead is going to come from, learn, let me see, get blueprint. And 15. Something to that effect. And then I can put what I normally do, and this is what I've tested this, and I'm still testing this. Um, I know a lot of people like to run clicks to a website. Um, I have not had a whole lot of success doing it that way. I have my most success when I ask people to take a certain action on a post. Like whenever I do, if I was to put like a website link here, I pay a lot for clicks, but I don't get as many leads. And I don't know why, but it's just the way it works. So whenever I do something like this, I may tell people to comment below for more information. Then I have my assistant come in here and respond to all these people, because it's like hundreds of people commenting. Or if you have the time, you're not able to get a VA or whatever, just hit the message and reply. It doesn't take you long to do that. But I always tell people to, at least in social media, I'll say comment or leads for details. Now here's the psychology behind this. The reason why I don't do a link. One, because it didn't convert well for me, like I just said. Two, is because it keeps people curious. They have no idea what I'm talking about. So the curiosity factor is definitely here, because I didn't send them to a website like what most marketers do. Again, you got to think in terms of, how can I set myself apart from everybody else that's running Facebook ads? Most people that are running ads, they're sending people to a third-party website off the jump without, building a rapport, relationship with the lead or anything. But me, on the other hand, I'm not letting you know what I'm doing before I know who you are that's responding, okay? So I am making you pretty much request information on the post, which is going to work twofold here. Because now what's going to end up happening is, not only am I running this paid ad and I'm getting paid ad traffic, but the more people that are commenting on this post, it's going to expand the reach even further, and I'm also going to get a lot of organic traffic as well that way. So this has worked very well for me. Sometime I may have people inbox me as well, but for the most part, if I really want to expand and maximize my advertising dollars, then I would have people comment below on the post, because when they comment, their network is going to see it. Their network is going to see it. I'm getting organic traffic plus paid traffic, plus the curiosity factor is so high with them that they want to know what I'm doing, and I know exactly how many people are interested in what I have. And then when I respond, to them, I may say, hey, you responded to my post. Here's an opportunity for you to get the blueprint. Basically, I restate what I said here, and I send them a link to my MLSP website, or I may send them a link. Here's another marketing tip for you guys watching, because you got to remember there's people in MLSP as well that you want to set yourself apart from. So we have Funnelizer, for example, where you can create your own funnel. So you can create a bridge page, which is pretty much you on a video. For example, and let's just use Scott's name for example, okay? So this is Scott. He got people replying to this ad. Then I reply back and I will state what I just stated. Hey, thanks for responding to the ad. Click this link to learn how you can get the free leads, etc. Blah, blah, blah. Then I'm going to send them to a bridge page, and I say, hey, this is Scott. Thanks for responding to the ad. You can tell a little bit about yourself, a 1-minute quick story. Right now, the people are really salivating and falling in love with you, not romantically, but as a marketer, on an entrepreneur, right? And then once you do that, you can say, hey, this tool has helped me do this, etc. You can even show some case studies. That video shouldn't be no longer than 5 minutes, okay? Then you can say, click the link below to learn how you can do this, etc. When they click the link below, then they go to MLSP site. Totally different spin. People have a different outlook on it. At that point, because you have to remember, it doesn't matter what company you're in, there's always somebody. Even if they're giving you the right value and the right education, there's always somebody that's going to do it improperly, because some people don't like to follow instructions. So if the last person that did it wrong left a bad impression on your company, and you do it the same way sometime and you send them directly to that site, it doesn't matter what value is behind what's on the capture page, because they're only going to remember the last bad experience based upon what they see on the site and how that person approached them. So for me to, I guess, get past that wall of resistance, every now and then I may use a bridge page, and say, hey, this is Reginald. Thanks for requesting information, blah, blah, blah. This is my story. This is what happened behind whatever I'm sharing with you. Click the link below to learn how you can get it. So that was a quick training right there, and hopefully that made sense.
It did make sense. Absolutely.
Okay.
There we are.
Dude, love it, love it, love it.
Awesome.
I need to go do some more bridge pages.
Yes, I just gave you $1 million idea, man.
I know, right? Awesome.
Reginald, how much of your personal life do you share? How deep do you get into that? Like, do you share your family at all, or is it all just like straight marketing in your case?
I share a little bit about it. I don't really, get everything, like what's my social and my kids' social, but
Yeah. I just posted it. Then I shared it to some groups.
Yeah, but definitely, I share it for the most part. I like to allow people to see the balance. But initially I'm on Facebook for business. I don't really get on there to do a whole lot of other stuff, but I do mix in, family stuff in there to let people know, hey, I am a normal person. My daily attire is t-shirt and gym shorts, and people don't believe it. And but it's just being your own boss. You don't have to dress up and all that stuff. I don't like dressing up all the time. So I'm a pretty casual person every single day, and people don't believe it, but it's just what it is. And that's the freedom and flexibility that you have as an entrepreneur. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, Reginald, I know that there's some marketers out there that actually have even up to 13 different companies that they're currently promoting or involved with. How many currently are you involved with in addition to MLSP?
In addition to MLSP, one that I'm promoting. Now, I do have companies I get checks from, so that I promoted in the past. I will say that, but I don't promote them anymore. But I still get commissions, so don't cut off your income streams, definitely. But as far as from a building standpoint, I only build two, not two, MLXP and my primary business. That's pretty much it. So I don't suggest, especially being new, that you attempt to try to do a whole lot, because it can get very frustrating, especially if you don't have a lot of influence trying to toggle all these hats and build all these things simultaneously. You're just going to frustrate yourself. People are not going to view you as stable, and they're not going to want to do business with you. Not the people that you really want in your business anyway. So you have to have stability, especially on social media, because everything is exaggerated on social media, right? So you want to show stability when you're trying to build a business.
Awesome. While we're on that point, what do you tell your new MLSP members? What do you recommend where they start, or what's your advice to them when they're getting started?
Well, the first advice is complete the Get Started training. Okay? They just want to dive in and become this Facebook guru, right? So do the Getting Started training, go through the process, make sure you set up everything properly, because we don't want you out here marketing and you're not getting leads properly in your autoresponders or what have you first. Second thing is, which is most important, is there's a whole lot of training back there, literally. Like, it's a lot. And that's a great thing. It's a great problem to have. But one thing that you don't want to do as a new person is to try to take on every single last strategy that's in the library. You want to focus on one strategy first, and then once you master that strategy, then add on an additional strategy. So, for example, if someone comes in and they want to learn how to be a Facebook guru, I always tell them, watch one Facebook video per day, okay, which is inside of the MLSP blueprint as well. watch that video, then implement what you learned immediately in that video. Then the next day, watch another Facebook training. So all your training that you're watching is centered around the area of marketing that you want to market and master, and then implement, watch, implement in the same industry or niche in regards to marketing. And then once you master it, you start getting, 5 to 10 leads daily or 10 to 15 or whatever. Then you can add YouTube. And then you're watching videos around YouTube, etc. But there's plenty of training around there. You don't have to buy any other products related to internet marketing because it's all inside of MLSP. It doesn't make any sense, right? We have it literally from 2008 to 2016. You're not going to find anything else better out there, period. No sense in buying another product because we have it all here inside of MLSP. So I just tell people to stay focused. Don't get caught up into all the other product launches that come out every single day, literally, because we have it here inside of this community, and that's what I love about it.
Absolutely, that's one of my favorite things. That's one of my favorite things about being a mastery member is you get that volume of training from now until like 2008, and if it's not in there, it doesn't probably exist.
Yeah.
I love that. Awesome. Scott, did you have a question there, man?
I was just thinking, I'm just trying to write down all these notes here, and I'm just trying to focus because I'm telling you, I actually first found Reginald from when he did an interview with Norbert back in the online playbook, and you had some great Facebook strategies. Did you, by chance, right now, do you blog at all in addition to doing the YouTube and the Facebook? Do you actually blog on a regular basis? Kind of like, is it like your home base?
I used to, and I'm going to get back at it. The only reason why I haven't is because we're redoing my blog. But definitely blogging has played a major part as well in my success. Way back when, I used to be very heavy into SEO as well because, again, I did not have a whole lot of money to do anything, so I had to master the free stuff. So I got very good at SEO. It's changed a lot since I was actually in it, so I have no clue what's going on now. But the training is inside of MLSP, though. Okay, so, but yeah, I used to blog a whole lot. I think it's very important for everybody to have a blog because it just paints a different picture of you as a marketer, and also you can monetize your blog however you want. So if you do have a lot of affiliate programs that you are a part of and you're giving value on that blog, then that's the opportunity for those people to click those banners or to read more about you or you to sell your coaching or whatever. Everything is tied into your blog. Even if you're offering, anything additional to whatever MLSP provide, like myself, I do a lot of group coaching as well. I'm going to start doing personal coaching. All that stuff is going to be on my blog. My membership site is going to come from the blog, right? So it's a great way for you to brand yourself and to really, really put all of your content, to house all of your content in one place. This is what I teach my students, and that's why I love MLSP, because one thing you don't want to do as a marketer, I use YouTube to market, to actually attract people to my website, but I don't use YouTube to send out content, if that makes any sense. And what I mean by that is, for example, if somebody wants information about my company, I'm not going to send them directly to a YouTube video. Now, if you find me on YouTube, that's fine, because I'm directing you back to my website. But if you want more information, I'm not going to send you to a YouTube link, because that's just going to open up a can of worms that you probably don't want open, right? Because now they're going to see everybody else that's inside of your company over to the left, the right, okay? And then they're going to get distracted and start clicking on everybody else's videos. And then for a lot of people, they're going to end up signing up with the other person, or the next person, right? That's what happens sometimes. And the thing about a blog is if you have all of your content relative to whatever you're promoting on your blog site, if people get distracted, they're getting distracted by your content, not someone else's content. That's the power of a blog. So if they want to click off and click something else, guess what? Chances are you're going to get paid for it, right? It doesn't matter because it's your blog, it's your content, you monetized it, and you want people to get lost in your content, not someone else's. So if you don't have a blog, definitely, sign up for MLSP if you're not in, because you get a blog, right? That's one of the main key components to internet marketing, because that's your virtual real estate. That's where you own. That's where all of your content is housed, and that's where people can really find out more about you as a marketer and as a person.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I gotta ask about the Hope Giver.
Go ahead.
I read this on I read your bio on again on the member of the month. You get that you get the interview, they write the article, you write the article, and it said the Hope Giver, and that was the one thing that just caught my eye immediately. I'm like, Hope Giver, wow, that's really an awesome brand. I mean, where does that come from? What's that about?
You know what? I have no idea how it started, but I really don't. I really don't know. It was just kind of a couple years ago, just to background in a lot of things I went through in life and the story that I have, and to come from all of that and to be able to persevere and to become a success story in the industry. People have started calling me the Hope Giver, because it shows that you can come from anywhere, you can go through anything. You can come from the worst of the worst circumstances, but if you really have that desire to become a success story in anything that you desire to do, that is possible. But you got to have the heart to do it, and you got to be willing to put in the work to do it. And basically, I'm just showing people that, hey, you can accomplish anything that you desire in life. Because a lot of times when people join the industry or any business, there's always excuses of why I can't do something. I don't have enough money. Well, I've been in a place. I didn't have a lot of money, okay? I didn't have no money, okay? I just kind of reflect back on this, because I hear a lot of excuses, and honestly, it's hard for me to accept them. Actually, I don't accept them at all. And it's kind of hard for me, I guess, to empathize people with them, because I remember there were times when I used to get credit cards just to have cash flow come in, and I went into debt getting credit cards so that I can keep my business going at the time, because I saw the vision. I saw myself becoming successful before it actually happened. So hey, if I got to go and get credit cards and max out these bad boys, right, so I can stay in business, that's what I was gonna do, right? Or if I had to continue to eat at Chick-fil-A and fall back on spending money on whatever else, which I worked at Chick-fil-A at the time, if I had to eat free there or eat off the dollar menu at McDonald's to save money so that we can invest in the business, so that we won't have to be doing this 10 years from now, that's what I did. So coming from all of that and to becoming a success story, we paid off the credit card debt. We did all that. I appreciate, I guess the periods of life that we had to go through, because it just showed people that are going through that now that it's possible if you believe. You just got to believe. You have to be willing to put in the work and know that if you don't do something now to change your life, and somebody asked me this, where are you going to be the next 5 to 10 years from now? Are you still going to be making the same excuse? Right? Or are you going to be doing something completely different based upon the actions that you take today?
Wow. That's powerful. I love it. That's awesome. I don't know if I can I just love that. I just love that. If you guys saw that was amazing. All the people that are watching this right now, I don't know if we can go on beyond that. Scott, did you have anything else? I'm good.
I'm good. Are you ready to take this out, man? We can go put a bow on this one.
Very awesome. Thank you so much, Reginald, for coming and hanging out with us this evening. I'm so grateful for you for being here. This has been a super fun hangout, and you're a brilliant marketer. So thank you for sharing the things that you have with us tonight. Where can people find you and connect with you at? Where's the best place right now for someone who wants to learn more about the Hope Giver?
Okay, you can go to the Hope Giver. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, I was trying to buy that domain name, man, and this lady has it, and she's not doing anything with it. So I'm like, what are you doing? Okay, I'll offer her $2,000 for it. Like, she won't. I don't know. But anyway, like, what are you doing? Like, the domain name has been parked for years, man. But anyway, you can go to connectwithreginald.com, or you can find me on Facebook. which is facebook.com/UOP now, which is my business page as well.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys. For those of you guys that are watching this right now, thanks for watching. And guys, wherever you're watching this at, you're watching this on YouTube, you're watching this on a blog, wherever you're seeing this video at right now, there's going to be a link somewhere. There's going to be a link right around in that area somewhere. Find it, click it, take the test drive, and find out what Reginald is doing right now inside the My Lead System Pro community, because that's where we play. That's where this community comes from. That's where the top marketers in this industry are building their businesses out of My Lead System Pro. So if you're not there, if you're considering it, you're on the fence about it, now's the time to take action. Now's the time to pull that trigger, find that link, take your $10 test drive, and we will be talking real soon. Guys, I'm so pleased with this hangout. Thanks for coming out again, Reginald. And Scott, anything before we jump off, my friend?
Reginald, I look forward to seeing you at Live the Dream, man. And I look forward to seeing everybody there. This is going to be awesome.
Absolutely. Can't wait, man. 2 weeks.
It's exciting. I'm super pumped about it.
Thanks for coming
guys.
on.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us.